Hello, my friends, and welcome to another one of Miss Claire's instructional videos. Today we're going to be talking about applying absolute values, so taking the stuff from the last video and applying it. First, we're going to start off with thinking about numbers in their order and orders of magnitude. So, we know how to order numbers, right? We know how to order positive numbers from least to greatest. If I have positive numbers 13, 24, and 45, that's ordered from least to greatest, right? If I take the absolute value to find the magnitude of them, it's going to be the same, right? Because that's increasing in distance from 0, 13, 24, and 45. However, if I take negative numbers, and if I'm ordering negative numbers from least to greatest, negative 45 is the lowest on the left side of the number line, right? And then negative 24, and then 13. However, if I take the absolute value to find the magnitude, the one that is closest to 0 is negative 13, because the absolute value of negative 13 is 13. And the absolute value of negative 24 is 24. So remember, all that we're caring about is distance from 0 for the absolute value of magnitude. Absolute value of negative 45 is 45. So that's them in order, right? Because negative 13 is closest to 0, and then negative 24, and then negative 45. So if I'm trying to apply this idea, and representing a situation using integers, if I get $12 for shoveling a driveway or something, on Monday, and I want to represent that as a gain or a loss, a positive or a negative, I can represent that as a positive 12. Then the next day I spend $4 buying something. So we can represent that with a negative 4, because I'm losing $4, right? That's negative. Then on Wednesday, I spend $7. That's a loss of $7, so negative $7. Um, on Thursday, received 10, doing something else, shoveled another driveway, just a smaller one. So I gained $10. And then lastly on Friday, I lose $9, so that's a negative 9. If I'm trying to organize these values from least to greatest, that would organize them from biggest losses to greatest um greatest received, right? Greatest gains. So if I'm trying to organize them just by their value, then the biggest loss that I had was negative 9. That is the smallest amount of money that I had, right? Negative $9. Then the next smallest loss is negative 7. Loss of $7. And then negative 4, my least my lowest loss, and then I can start thinking about my smallest gain. So my smallest gain was 10, and then my greatest gain was 12. If I'm trying to organize by magnitude, then I need to think about their absolute values. So which one has a greater distance, or the lowest distance from 0? Well, the one that has the lowest distance from 0, or the smallest amount of money gained or lost, is negative 4, right? Actually, I want to draw these so that I can draw the absolute value sign. So the absolute value of negative 4 is the least, and then the absolute value of negative 7, and then the absolute value of negative 9, and then the absolute value of positive 10, and then the absolute value of positive 12. And that's ordered by magnitude, because this is my smallest gain or loss, my second smallest gain or loss, my third smallest gain or loss. Just talking about the amount of money, I don't care if it was gained or lost. In the last video, I talked about elevation a little bit and how we use negatives to describe elevation, but that doesn't necessarily mean negative distance. So, if we're talking about a hiker who was planning an ascent of Red Cloud Peak, which is 14,034 feet, and Sunshine Peak, which is 14,250 feet in Colorado, the rail elevation gain and loss is shown on the table below. So it shows you the distance over which elevation was gained or lost. So, first, we're trying to find the location that has the greatest elevation gain. So here I'm only looking at the ones that say gain, and I'm trying to look at the greatest one of those. So this one's a gain, that one's pretty low, this one's a gain, that one's significantly higher, this one's lower than 1,000, but our largest elevation gain is 1,940. So that is at end of Grizzly Gulch switchbacks. So that is our greatest elevation gain. End of Grizzly Gulch switchbacks. So what I want you to do and come show either myself or Mr. Myers is find the location which has the greatest absolute elevation change. So up or down, gain or loss. I want you to finish that question up and then come show myself or Mr. Myers. And with that, have a good rest of your lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.